started doing motorcycle content because at the time, no one was really doing anything educational content about motorcycling. There were actually a few people who were, and those very few people, there were very few, and not everyone was doing content about how to ride properly, how to maintain your bike. There are actually types of bikes that are out there, and that was a serious gap, and it really affected how I started off my motorcycle journey and all that. But most, not to say there weren't any content there, most content actually, it was just bunch of people riding fast on thicker superhighway bypasses at the time. Just no context, no learning, just noise, you know. And that really, it showed me there was a gap, and I decided to do something about it. And that's how actually Rico the Gearhead was born. It was just born out of the need to educate people because of the struggles that I really went through. And because of that, the channel grew. It grew and grew. I think at the time we were about 6,000 subscribers and such. I think it still is 6,000. And because of that, there was the constant demand for more content, always being online, showing up. And not to say that I didn't enjoy it, it's just that the dream was, and the dream still is, to live off doing motorcycle content. I mean, that has always been a joy and a wish of mine, you know, just like how Yemi Noob, how other creators, other motorcycle creators in the developed country do. And it's very much unfortunate that platforms, social platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and the like, don't really favor African creators. But that's just another story for another day. But the gist of it is because of things like ad revenue, a lot of things has to do with geography, and really we don't have really that much of an audience. So I don't know if that makes sense, but let's just continue with the story. You know, the biggest joy I felt when creating this content was actually the feedback I got when I met you guys. Or rather, when you guys realized who I was, because I really put my face out there. I've been told that some of you guys actually started, riding motorcycles because of the videos that I put out. And honestly, that really fueled me up. That gave me the fuel to continue it. It made me see that despite everything that I was doing, everything that I was actually going through, I was making an impact in people's lives and shifting the trajectory and all that. And for that, guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for all the support, whether you knew it or not, whether you knew me or whether you saw me or not, or even for the simple fact that you guys were commenting. And some of you still actually do comment till today. I just want to say thank you. I wanted to continue doing that, making an impact in more ways than one, but there was a problem so big that I had to choose. I know if you've ever tried creating anything, you know that it's not easy, and most times many people give up along the way. And to be honest, I really tried to push. With the little savings that I had, I got a proper GoPro, got a better computer to help in editing. There was a time that one video used to take a whole night just to render about 12 minutes worth of footage. Not to mention the time that it really took to seek out locations, do research, go out and actually shoot content. And on top of that, add adulting before everything, And before I knew it, I was actually running very lean to a point that I couldn't even fuel my bike. And that really broke me. Passion alone was not enough to sustain the channel. Scout for new bikes, fuel them, and later on even get proper gear. So I had to make a tough choice. It's kind of like being in a relationship where you are the one who is putting in so much work and you're not getting anything back. So it got to a point it was actually frustrating and heartbreaking that I was not able to do what I love. But if you were me, what would you have done? And I know some of you might ask about, you kind of saw me working with different sponsorships and partners and so on and so forth. But back then, the community was very small. Dealerships were just starting to set up in the country, and they didn't know how the market looked like. So they were kind of wary of making an investment which could not guarantee any returns. But we did try to work something out. Some of them didn't, some of them worked. But really it wasn't sustainable. But things have changed, based on what I can see today. And the truth of the matter is that slowly by slowly, dealerships, sponsors, and partnerships are embracing us bikers. We are their target buyers after all. But the pace is still slow. And I think a big major factor squares to about 3 or so things. Follower count versus influence. Say, for example, I approach a sponsor and a mainstream celebrity does the same. Who do you think will get paid? Or even who do you think will get picked later on getting paid? Of course, you guessed it correctly. It's a mainstream celebrity because they have the numbers. And the funny thing is that they might not even care about the biking community, but that's them. But when it comes to socials, the measurement of success is how many people did you reach versus who has the most influence, So in that sense, I was out. And, even let's say even I have the numbers and all that. For us, most Kenyans, we don't really have that high purchase power. And we've heard this from our actually own president saying this.
Inflation, which stood at 9.6% in 2002, in 2022, has steadily declined to 4.6% as of last month, bringing much needed relief to households.
Okay, let's break it down. The economy is improving, but the inflation is high. But then why does everything seem so expensive? As I was doing research for this, I came across the Institute of Economic Affairs who talked about this specific thing. I have posted the link to this article in the description for you to read it all, but I really want to highlight a specific paragraph. Now, in these circumstances, even modest price increases were not matched by income growth, forced families to make difficult trade-offs such as cutting back on food, postponing payment of school fees, or even foregoing medical care. What this means is that the economy is getting better, but the cost of key goods keep rising faster than what people are being paid or what people are able to afford. So getting anyone to spend upwards of 200,000 Kenya shillings on a new bike doesn't really make sense to them. Most of us have spent years, if not months, trying to save up for a bike after we've sacrificed for so much. And the third is in-house sabotage. We live in a man-eat-man society where even the strongest survive, and it's even worse in the biking community. Unfortunately, there have been cases where bikers sabotage each other to go ahead or even to gain money. And it's quite unfortunate. But this, I would say, if we bikers really stay together like the Ubuntu model that we usually talk about, we would even have a better chance of making our cases to some of the sponsors. But I really hope to see that one day. And because of all of that, I went silent. In the silence, dreams shattered, things started to fall apart. The Funduro died, I went broke for a while, but I really wanted to live up to the dream, and I didn't give up. And I will tell you for a fact that it was hard, but one step at a time, I started seeing light at the very end. And it started off with getting a new job, starting a business, getting married, and everything just started looking up after that. And this year, I really want to do things differently. I want to give more value than just giving my opinion about bikes. I want to do more research on topics that I know will not only benefit bikers, but everyone in general. And to make this sustainable, I need everyone. I need you. And if this is the kind of thing that really fascinates you and you want to learn more, subscribe and share, and let's start this here in a bang. And as always, ride safe, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.